Excuse me, guys. Let me go ahead and take this gum out because I do not want to be smacking. If I leave that gum in my mouth, even if I tell myself don't smack, I will be smacking. But anyway, I just walked into a bagel shop, guys. You know, it's an all white neighborhood. Who's working at the bagel shop? A bunch of clones, niggas. They all do the same thing, and it's kind of crazy. It was kind of quiet when I walked in. I went to the bathroom and showed y'all that picture of the king. A lot of people they started like hollering. I'm like, what's going on? Like, I finally realized that these demons get to acting up as soon as I come around. Like, they can be crazy, ghetto clones, whatever you want to call it, but they'll be quiet. But when a chosen one comes around, all the demons start coming out in the people. I mean, they just cackling. I'm like, what in the hell? Like, I could swear it was quiet when I walked in, y'all. And then when I come out, I see some black woman come out that I didn't even see when I walked in. She must have came out from the back somewhere. You know, whatever clone android they told her come out the back to show herself for me. Of course, I'm tired of seeing that junk because I recognize most of these Negroes that work the 9 to 5 as clones. But I want to take the time to mention Why Now's channel, you know, this whole thing about slavery and people picking cotton. And she made a great point that, and she's not even black, guys, and I agree with her. Okay, but maybe she is black. However, um, I always used to think to myself, I used to say, wait a minute, I said, I don't think the people who like my blood, I don't think my bloodline was slaves. In other words, listen, guys, if you practice righteousness and you're not under a curse, God is going to back you up every single time. If your enemies come against you, He'll destroy all of them. God doesn't allow righteous people to suffer such a plight like that, unless either number one, you have to agree to slavery. Number two, the people really were that wicked that God had to let these white people enslave them and do all those horrific things to them. But all this stuff, they show all this stuff to keep the fear going. I've always said, if you're a righteous individual, God is not going to give you up to no heathens, and He's surely not going to give you up to the white man. Okay, the white man knows who's who. The white man always knows who he can punish and who he can't. You understand what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this. That's why fear is associated with the devil, because God, like the Bible says, God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. You know, to have a reprobate mind, to be fearful, and all that stuff comes from the devil. You see, but yeah, Why Now made mention like I wouldn't be picking no cotton, so I ain't picking cotton either. And there's some rappers out there that told y'all we weren't no slaves. You understand? The ones that were slaves, they were under punishment. Not all black people were slaves. Probably, I mean, this is a wild guess, guys. Don't quote me. If I had to really guess how many black people were actually slaves, probably like 10 to 15% of them were actually slaves for whatever reason. God does not give you up to wickedness, you know. But I'm gonna tell y'all a story before I close out this video. You know, Why Now? She was, you know, we both talking about the mindset of somebody who actually allows themselves to be enslaved, sort of like a lot of people do these days when they go to a 9 to 5 job that's not serving them. You understand what I'm saying? It's not serving them. You have to agree to slavery. How can somebody make you pick cotton? If I was be made to pick cotton and saw my ancestors treated the way they allegedly were treated, I would have committed suicide. There's no way I would have just been subjected to picking cotton. No, I would have took myself out. Bottom line. You see, so there's a lot of deception in history, which is his story. So whose story is it? It could be a story. Tell stories. Telling stories means you're telling a lie from where I come from. But no, to be honest with y'all, these people I just walked into that bagel shop and seen. Nah, I think they could have been some slaves. Their mentality seemed like those of people who would have been picking cotton, because they dislike me, even though I'm the same skin color as them. For some reason, they hate me as soon as they see me on sight. So obviously, all black people are not the same. Okay, a lot of black people that I come across in these blue states, they look at me like I'm an alien. Real talk, guys. But Bobby Hemmett once said that just talking about how your mindset can be so much of that of a slave. I think he said a buddy of him told a story. He was riding one late dark night down the highway, and he was driving past this open field, and he seen a bunch of black people picking cotton. Now it was like, I guess it was like 1980 something, and he stopped the car and turned back around to go tell these, because he wanted to find out. Wait a minute, it's the 1980s. Why are these black people over there picking cotton? Guys, when he stopped the car and turned around and went back over there, those people were gone. So what he saw was the apparition of possibly people from, like, you can die. They showed you this in the movies. Like, you can die and still be doing the same thing you did in your lifetime. Like, you can be picking cotton, right, all your life, and then you die. And if your mindset gets stuck in that dimension, guess what? When you die, guess what you'll be doing? You'll still be picking cotton. You see what I'm saying? True shit, y'all.